Howdy folks, welcome to another beautiful day out here in West Vancouver. It's finally time to announce the winners of the Best Biltong and BC competition. And I just thought before I get there though, let me just quickly run you through the rules and how it all worked, just so everybody's on the same page before we start. What we did is we ran the Best Biltong and BC competition, and we basically got biltong samples from all 5 official biltong suppliers in BC. And when I say 5 official biltong suppliers, they really technically, as far as I could find with all of my research, are only 5 companies that are legally allowed to make and sell biltong in BC. And there are a couple of caveats. There are people that sell other people's biltong, so that sell biltong from an official company. But in any case, there's technically only 5 people that's allowed to sell biltong in BC, and those are the ones that we used for this Best Biltong and BC competition. While I have no doubt that the biltong you make in your garage is better than this for you, we had to stick with the official approved biltong suppliers. What we did is we sold little packages for $50 a box, and they looked like this, and everybody received that bought one got a little box with 10 little biltongs, 8 little biltong samples in it, packed in little packages like this and sealed, and each package had a number on them, and they were really numbered, just numbered from 1 to 8, and the only person that knew which number was which was me. So we shipped these boxes off to everybody that bought one, and they all came back and they sent in their top 3, their number 1, their number 2, and their number 3. How the scoring system worked was really easy. I tried to keep it really simple. So for a biltong, a number that was rated number 1, I gave 3 points. Rated number 2, I gave 2 points, and rated number 3, I gave 1 point. And in the end, I just added up all of the points, and that gave us our winners. Now, there was a clear winner, or there was definitely one that was out ahead of the pack. In total, we had 53 votes that came in. Now you may ask, well, how is there 53 votes if there was only almost 40 packs sold? I think there were 36 packs sold. Well, the simple answer is that I allowed people, families that bought a pack and that voted, or that had difference of opinion, to submit more than one vote. We didn't want to have some family arguments there about which one is the winner and which one isn't. So we allowed them to all vote separately, or to submit 2 separate votes for the 2 parts of the family. A little side story, a lot of families, or a lot of people came back and said there was so much fun because they got the whole family together, sat around the kitchen table, actually managed to spend some time with their teenagers rating the biltong and discussing the flavors and the textures and everything. So yay, that was good fun, and thanks for letting me know about that. Alright, so that's how the contest worked. This was very simple. Some people texted me their 1, 2, and 3. Some people mailed me their 1, 2, and 3. There are a few people that bought packs that didn't actually get around to voting, or that didn't send in their votes. And then, like I said, there's a few people that sent in more than one vote, because the family, we didn't want to have family unhappiness about which is the winner and which is not. But it was just all a fun competition. And before I announce the winners, I also just want to add one other thing. Like I said, we had a clear winner, but that doesn't mean that any of the other biltongs are not good. Biltong is just one of those things where you have a huge flavor gamut, and everybody has a different flavor profile. You know, it's like wine. Some people love this wine, other people don't. It doesn't make the wine worse or better. It's just the way people's taste buds work. So, one of the key things that I wanted to achieve with this little biltong contest, apart from having a bit of fun, is also for everybody that bought a pack to understand which is the biltong that they like the most. So, yep, that's pretty much how it works. Basically, like I said, you know, I just don't want you to go and make any of the biltongs that didn't win to think that they are bad. They are actually all really good. I really enjoyed all of the biltongs in the pack. But yeah, we have to have a winner. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you which were the competitors. And in order to do that, I'm just going to go through the photos because I took little photos as we were repacking it. And Biltong number 1 was from Beef Brew. It's actually a new biltong supplier that I discovered recently out here in Vancouver. I didn't know about them before this contest. I actually only discovered them after the contest. They ship biltong all over and you can order online. There will be links in the description to all of the suppliers. Biltong number 2 was the Hunter's Biltong from Aikona. Now, Aikona is out there in Port Moody. They make a whole series of different biltongs. They have 3, the Hunters, the traditional, and the Kalahari, and then they've got chilies, and they really make a whole series of dried biltong-like products. So definitely worth checking them out. And then biltong number 3 was from Netvleish, and that was a fatty, wet biltong. So, you know, just like I said, biltong has got a whole bunch of different flavors, and then you also have people liking it very differently. Some people like it wet, some people like it fatty, some people like it dry, some people like it lean. So from Netvleish, we just got a wet and fatty and a dry and lean. They also have other options available, like a dry and fatty and a wet and lean. But yeah. Anyway, so number 3 was the wet and fatty. And then biltong number 5 was, biltong number 4, sorry, I'm one ahead of myself, was Canada Biltong. I think they also offer options, although I'm not sure. When I ordered it online, I just saw the one option. But they also, you know, they ship all over the country. They're based in, Vancouver Island. I don't think they ship all over the country. But anyway, Canada Biltong, they've got a nice packaging, I got to say. Then biltong number 5 was the traditional biltong from Aikona. Biltong number 6 was the dry and lean from Netvleish. Biltong number 7, I didn't take a photo, but it was the Kalahari Biltong from Aikona. So Aikona had 3 horses in this race. And then biltong number 8 was the wet and fatty from Serengeti. They also offer a wet and fatty, or you can ask for it a little bit drier. One thing you got to remember when you're making biltong, you can really, a lot of these guys can do it for you if you order and say, hey, I want mine a little bit more wet, or I want mine a little bit more dry, because when you cut biltong, you have thicker pieces and thinner pieces. For those Canadians that are watching this that are not from South Africa, actually in South Africa, you're always in the biltong shops, you have these big shelves with biltong, and then you walk around with your little gloves and you can feel each piece and go, oh, this one is nice and firm, or this one is nice and soft, so it's still wet. And you literally, that's how you choose your biltong. But anyway, so number 8 was the Serengeti biltong. And now for the winners. First place goes to biltong number 6, which was the dry and lean from Netvleish, and it won with a decent margin. Biltong, the second place, goes to biltong number 3, which is the wet and fatty from Netvleish. So Netvleish did run a clean sweep on this competition. And then the rest of the pack was actually really, really close together. We had, until this morning before I entered the last vote, we had biltong number 4 from Canada Biltong winning. And then I entered the last vote from Dave on the island. And that's flipped the script, and biltong number 7 came in the 3rd place. So the official 3rd place goes to biltong number 7, which is the Kalahari Biltong from Aikona. I'm going to mention number 4 and number 5 because they are very, very close together. They're all within a 3-point margin, those 3. Biltong number 4, like I said, was then biltong. Then came in 4th place, really, Canada Biltong. And biltong number 8 from Serengeti came in 5th place. The other 3 was a little bit lower down the rank. But there you have it. That's the best Biltong in Canada competition. All the links where you can see all of these Biltongs or contact them or get them will be down in the description of this video. Go and support these guys. The key thing here is that even though a Biltong might have won the contest as the best Biltong, it doesn't mean it's the perfect one for you. You got to try them all and decide which is the one that you like. I know that Aikona makes these Biltong a little bit different for more of the Canadian market, and they are really nice. So yeah, it's just really up to you to go and taste it and figure out which is your favorite. All right, folks, you all have a good one. Cheers.